Gonzaga Nation SI continues on with our features and our promotion of the Kennel Club, one of the best student sections in all of college basketball. Today's guest, Anna Porth. Anna is a sophomore from Seattle. Anna, thanks for joining. How are things on campus these days for you?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Campus is awesome. Being a freshman last year, I didn't really experience anything. So it's awesome to just see people around campus and get to go to class and the games and everything.
Well, mention your freshman year, and that was obviously the COVID year where things were very different. And thankfully, we're getting past that. Students, fans, and in particular the Kennel Club can go to games and enjoy the basketball programs on the men's and women's side. How frustrating was it for you as a freshman not to be able to experience the Kennel a season ago?
Oh, it was so frustrating. Basketball is one of the main reasons I came. Just seeing the student section on TV, it just looks so fun. Like even for graduation, my parents bought me a ton of gear. Like I got the striped overall, so I was so ready to go. And then having to watch it in my dorm, I didn't even have a TV. I had to watch it on my laptop, and I could see McCarthy from my room. It was not the best. It was pretty frustrating.
I can imagine that would be frustrating, sitting within eye shot of the arena, knowing there was a great game you wanted to watch in person, but having to watch it on a laptop. That would be frustrating. You're a sophomore from Seattle.
Yes.
What made you choose Gonzaga? Because I started my college career at the University of Washington. It wasn't right for me, but what made it right for you to go to Gonzaga and not to stay home in Seattle?
I definitely wanted to get away a little bit. I was a little nervous to go across the country, so it was like a perfect distance because I could drive or fly and get home pretty fast. And I've gone to Catholic school my whole life, so I kind of wanted to continue that with the Jesuit education here. And I just love the small atmosphere. Like I like the small class sizes and getting to know your professor. And then also the kennel really drew me in because you just get that like close student experience. I feel like sitting courtside like that. There's not that many students that go here, so you know everyone and you can really like engage with your peers in the kennel and like create noise and just support the student athletes.
Well, the Kennel Club, as I mentioned, one of the best student sections in all of college basketball. How does someone like yourself get involved? Because, myself, a former player, it's been years. I had friends that were in the Kennel Club years ago. But for the average person who's not connected, how does the Kennel Club get all the students every single year to be a part of the experience?
I think really just our school pride gets them because everyone here loves basketball, obviously, and especially those who love sports love basketball. So I think just like the events we hold, and I think COVID honestly really helped us this year. Like I mentioned, like not being able to be in the kennel last year, I think everyone is just dying for any experience, whether it's basketball or soccer, volleyball, they're just dying to get out there and support the athletes and show school pride.
Now, you obviously were interested in Gonzaga because of close to home proximity, wanting to be a part of a experience like the kennel. You're also on the Kennel Club board, and so you're a part of kind of the inner workings of figuring out ways that you can support other sports programs and be involved in the community other than just basketball. Tell us a little bit about your role with that.
Yeah, so I'm one of the two co-sports representatives, and our goal is to promote all of the athletic teams other than men's basketball, since, as we know, they don't get as much representation in the media. So my partner and I have worked, and we plan events and we hold promotions. So, like one of the biggest promotions we did was the beginning of the year. We had a men's soccer tailgate, and we had the Ben and Jerry's ice cream truck come, and we gave away free souvenirs, and we actually broke student attendance. So just by holding these events to engage the student body, we really work to increase support for these student athletes.
That's awesome to hear that the Kennel Club is doing a great job of promoting other sports than just basketball, which both men's and women's get the majority of attention. And to be fair, rightfully so because they've been so dominant. But
Mhm.
it's great to hear that kind of push to help the other sports. Do you have a favorite experience so far this year at a game? Because you mentioned not being able to go last year, and the excitement and the energy in the arena this year.
I think Texas has got to be my favorite because we had a tent city for that. And so far, that's been the only tent city we've been able to hold this year. So the excitement was just like in the air for multiple days. So entering the kennel with that excitement after having tented outside, it was raining and cold. And we had like those matching cowboy hats that we sold at the tent city to raise money for the kennel club. Just having that atmosphere was just crazy. Like just thinking back on it, I've never felt so much like passion for a school or anything. So definitely Texas.
So Gonzaga's looking obviously to be in the driver's seat with WCC play a few weeks left, WCC tournament. What type of plans does the Kennel Club have for the WCC tournament in Las Vegas, as well as hopefully in Portland for the first two rounds of the NCAAs?
Definitely, yeah. So we have a Vegas coordinator. He's a senior, and if you're 21 and up, you can buy a social club membership, and we hold events throughout the year for that. So I'm personally not over 21, so I don't get to participate, sadly. But with social club, they planned a trip to Vegas, and they get to stay in a hotel. And I know they have like special access to clubs and different events, and get to go to the game. So I know a ton of students are really excited about that. And our Vegas coordinator has done a great job planning the whole trip. So it's going to be really fun for them.
Well, I'm sure there will be a lot of Kennel Club members down there. I've been there in years past, and they travel really well, as do Gonzaga alumni and boosters and fans. So, Anna, thanks for joining. I appreciate you being on Gonzaga Nation SI, and go Zags.
Yeah, go Zags. Thank you so much for having me, Dan.